Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another video. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe on your way in. I would greatly appreciate that. So, better get you a friend that can pray for you through the mess instead of one that keeps you in the mess. Yeah, that's true. I have plenty of friends that, pray for me when I'm going through it, the mess. Or I wouldn't want to call it mess. I would call it more like obstacles and, um, you know, at least for this instance, obstacles, roadblocks, and stuff like that. They might know what I'm going through, and then they're like, "Hey, is everything okay?" And I let them know. Then they might even send me like a prayer, or they might pray right on the spot. And I try to do the same for other people too. Like if I know that they're going through something, then I try to send a prayer or pray with them on the spot, or even leave a voice recording praying for them, just stuff like that to help encourage and uplift them and let them know that everything's going to be okay. It's just a roadblock. We all go through them, and you will get through it. So the ones that try to keep you in a mess, um, just try to pray for strength to help you get out of it, if that makes sense. Um, I'm sure it's baby steps, obviously, but the good start would be is to pray for strength to help you get out of it. And especially if you're not that type of individual, if you are, then so be it. But if you're not, then just pray for strength to help you get through it. There's going to be people that try to pull you in it, but then you got to stop and think like, okay, um, this is mess, but is this going to benefit me? Is this going to help me grow or anything? If it's not, then just work on removing yourself from that, as best as you could. And so, um, yeah, when it comes to that, just do the best that you could. Um, and as far as prayer is concerned, trust me, like it's a wonderful thing. Um, like I said earlier, like I have people pray for me. I try to do the same because I come from a praying family, so that's why I am the way that I am. So like my main things, like when it comes to prayer, is like overcoming obstacles and peace, protection, strength, things like that. Um, Now, when you do pray, though, uh, one of the things you really don't want to do is like use the word hope or I think, uh, because I feel like if you find yourself on a regular basis, like starting your words or your prayer, whatever, with I hope, like I hope you come through. No, no. It should be like I pray that you will come through, you and your angels will come through and help me get out of whatever, whatever after that. Um, but you keep using the word I hope and all that, then you more than likely lost the battle because hope is like an expectation that's like based on desire, and it even implies a lack of control. So but on the other hand, it's like when it comes to um, a lack of control, that can be a sign of bad things on the horizon. Um, Lack of control is really like a primary reason behind a lot of unexpected situations. Um, and it's like the minute you begin to hope is like that at that moment when that situation is like no longer going as planned. So, when it comes to plans, try to cultivate them, not hopes. You know, so just try to think like the next time you start to say something and you're gonna be like I hope or I think and maybe this or whatever, just try to pause and take a moment to think about like how you would finish that, what you're going to say if you started with like I will do this, because that's going to switch your mindset back to a state of control, and it's going to allow you to approach any type of situation with the proper plan to achieve whatever it is you're trying to do, like goals or whatever. So just try to get rid of those words like I hope and maybe, and try to start planning for success, because faith without works is dead. So it's easy to say that you will do this or whatever, you plan on doing this, but how do you think you're going to receive your blessing if you don't put in the work, or at least try to? And that also, to me, applies to prayer. It's easy to have people pray for you. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But if you don't pray for yourself and you just sit there and expect your blessing to just like magically appear, how do you expect to get your blessing when you don't even at least put in the work? You know. So yeah, like I said, man, it's easy, and it's interesting because like sometimes you see people in situations, unfortunate situations, and only then is when people look for prayer. Nothing wrong with that either. But why is that? Why does that only apply in that situation? Like, for example, like God forbid you're I mean, this is like an obvious one, but God forbid you're on your deathbed, or God forbid somebody's sick. Oh, please pray for me and all this. There's nothing wrong with that, but are you praying for yourself? Are you praying for that person? That's my thing. You know, I always would want people to at least pray for themselves too, or at least pray for their situations, as opposed to having people do it for them, if that makes sense. So, um, but yeah, I just wanted to give my synopsis on this. I always prefer people that can pray for me and I can pray for them through any storms they might be going through and trials and tribulations, especially like if I know about it. Um, then I will do the best that I could to pray and stay in contact, all of that stuff, making sure everything is good. Uh, to get through the mess. And as far as the mess is concerned, uh, just steer clear from it. If it's not going to help you grow in any way, shape, or form, then just remove yourself from it. That's all. I don't think that's too challenging or anything like that. But um, obviously, it's a process, especially if you've been in it for so long and you want to get out of it. Then you got to take baby steps, I guess. So, um, but just incorporate that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, with that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the video. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe on your way out as well. I would greatly appreciate that. And as always, continue to stay safe out there, stay hydrated, and continue to be blessed. All right. Y'all have a good one.